What is up, Mark? Yes, we are live. Oh, your microphone's quiet. So, how I see that your background keeps growing and growing. Ah, so no. At first, I thought it was my ears. But, give you a chance to get that. I can still hear you, or we can still hear you when you start talking. So, let me make sure it's not my headphones. All right, got some background noise. Max volume.
Can you hear me?
Oh, there you go. I got you.
Sorry, did I? Right.
Oh, it happens. Normally, I wait until after we're going for a minute before I hit live. It happens.
Yeah. So anyway,
Had a big day today.
you did. What'd you do?
So there is a bar that closed.
Right.
So
your bar?
not mine.
Okay.
But because this bar closed, I got a brand new cooler. I got a shit ton of neon signs. I got paper towel dispensers, like mechanical kind, so I don't have to have just paper towels on a fucking thing. Oh yeah, I cleaned up. I got some new bar stools. I got all kinds of cool shit.
Cool. I wish I was old enough, not old enough to drink or anything, but like old enough to like go and drive and because there's this bar. It's funny, when I was younger, my dad has a friend, him and his wife, they got married and their reception was at a bar. And I think I was probably 8 years old at the time.
Nice.
I was pretty young when they got married, and we had the reception at a bar. And then I found out that it closed down, and I was like, man, it'd be nice because I remember the Dos Equis guy.
Yeah.
They had those signs everywhere, the cardboard cutouts of that guy. And I was
The
like, I
most
don't know why.
interesting man in the world.
I don't know why, but I want one of those in my room. I just want to have the freaking Dos Equis guy just like stay thirsty, my friend. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. My stepmom, her dad, he had a sign. I don't know if it was her dad or stepdad. Anyway, whatever he is, they had a sign, an old Miller Lite sign. And I was like, I want that sign. She's like, well, you can't have it. I'm like, oh. But I wish.
I got a bunch of Miller Lite signs today.
Yeah.
I know I just changed it, so now it's like, oh, gotta recenter. But don't worry, once you get comfortable, boom.
Right.
So what have you man.
I mean, other than that, like, what have you been up to? I've heard you've had to deal with some shit lately.
Oh, I got suspended on YouTube, got suspended on Facebook, not suspended on Twitter, surprisingly.
Why were you suspended? For what we were talked about earlier?
Yeah,
a while back?
I used an old term that is not offensive or crude and discussed how that term, that word, has been replaced by a new word. And people of blah, blah, blah. Although Ghost makes a good point. I had a couple people jump on in the comment section, and it was like racial slur, racial slur, racial slur.
Dang.
it was like these two guys, and they've done it on a few streams now. They just jump on and be like, N-word, N-word, F-word, F-word. And it's like, you guys suck as trolls. There's a lot of shit you can say, a lot of shit you can do. You guys just come off as 10-year-olds. Ooh.
Right.
I can say an offensive word.
You can't even say it because you don't want to get kicked off of YouTube. I would hate for you to get kicked off of YouTube.
Well, I don't like the N-word. I don't. I'm also of the mindset that I don't think your pigment determines whether or not you can say that word or not. No, I don't like the word. If you're white, if you're black, if you're brown, if you are red, yellow, purple, or green, but especially if you're purple, you shouldn't say the word.
Yeah,
I just think it's a bad word.
Yeah, it is. It is just very hateful and everything. And there's people who feel like they can get away with it just because of all that shit. But I don't really care for the word either. You know.
Yeah.
But
I just think it's got too much baggage and too much. It's edgy. Like, I understand. Who cares about a word? I don't care. The word doesn't offend me. It's just, I'm not a fan of it. I don't like it. And it's just stupid edginess. I'm old enough to paint my nails. So I'm going to paint my nails to make my mom mad. Like, congratulations. You're now a 12-year-old girl.
Did you know about the Cuban leader that tortured and killed a lot of people? You mean Castro?
Yes, there was
Che Guevara?
Well, Che Guevara wasn't a leader, but it is funny how both Fidel and Che are featured on T-shirts worn by college students, even though, hey, cute goth girl, even though they both did horrible, horrible things to minorities.
Yeah, and it's weird because they're like, oh, we want to get rid of these fascists. We want to get rid of these fascists in government and Republicans and all this stuff. But yet
Castro is a fascist.
And not only that, he hates gays. So you see a bunch of these these uptight, tight pants wearing. Can I say a word?
You can say whatever word you want.
Okay. See, you give him permission. I gotta ask first. Don't want to be rude. Don't want to be throwing it out there. Anyway, these uptight, tight pants wearing faggots who want to go out there and say, "Oh, we need to get rid of Republicans. They're fascists. They're this and that." You got to think, Che Guevara. If he would have found out you were gay, he would have murdered you in the street. He would have blown your fucking head off. He didn't care, and so would Castro. People. That's what do you call it? What's it called? Scarface. He makes a point in the movie. He's a political refugee from Cuba because he wants to get away from fascism.
Right.
Fascism. Yeah. Can you still hear me and everything?
I can.
Okay. Sorry, my thing was over. The communist. What do you mean, communist?
Another fun one is one of my ex-wives used to always point this out because she's a little bit of a history buff, little bit, and a lot of people were really pushing Bonnie and Clyde. I think Beyonce and Jay-Z did a song or something, and she would point out, I don't think they realized they were terrible, terrible racists. It's like, no, they don't.
You see my sticker right here? Or
yes.
You have the same one?
No, but I have socks you would like.
Oh, those girls? Yeah, the girls from The Shining.
And I have Jason Voorhees, who was always my favorite. Pennywise.
Where'd you get those at?
The Exorcist.
Yeah. Did you ever catch that? I mean, I don't know if you saw that trailer video. I like that. That's cool. I think that's the best
The
one.
Exorcist.
Yeah.
The only one I don't like, Annabelle.
Annabelle. Yeah. I haven't watched any of the Conjuring movies. Like, I have the first two Conjuring. No, I don't have them, but my parents have the first two Conjuring movies because they saw
first two are good. I haven't seen the third one yet.
The devil made me do it. Yeah. Gromit, did that tree just speak Vietnamese, or whatever he says? Did that tree just speak Vietnamese? I gotta send you a meme.
That's a fun meme.
I gotta send you a meme. It's like this guy's like, there's a video like TikTok. You know how you do the duel? You can do a duet.
Yeah.
With this guy, he did a duet of a guy running over some of those, those packing things. Those packing things, the big green packing deals over his bicycle, and it was going really fast, and it sounded like gunshots. And then he's like, he cuts, and he's like, "I'm the Lorax. I speak for the trees, and for some fucking reason, they're speaking Vietnamese." That's racist. Racist. Call it racist. Call it what you want, but I think it's funny. I think it was. I don't know if it's. I forget his name. He's a comedian. He's like kind of a big club comedian, and he said it was just on YouTube, and he's like, "Yeah, my the coronavirus. He said my grandpa. He's 99 years old. He says he still won't eat sushi, and he's like, because he thinks that Japan is the enemy, and so he doesn't want to get coronavirus." Because he was 99, he's 99 years old. So he grew up, he was in World War II. And so you got to think what his thought process about all this stuff is. There's a guy apparently at the VFW where the parents of them go to. There's a guy, he's in his 90s, and he survived COVID and everything. Like he was up there the other day when I went up there. He's still kicking.
Is the third Conjuring movie good? Cute goth girl gamer has seen it.
I wanted to see it, but I was just like, it's not one of the ones that was on my list this year. It's kind of just like, oh, that's coming out. Okay, cool. I just went and saw the new Suicide Squad.
I was not pleased.
You didn't like it?
No. I thought there were some good things, and I thought there were some very serious mistakes.
What was your biggest complaint with it, or what was your biggest
spoilers?
Right.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw some spoilers up here, but I will say killing Captain Boomerang in the first 30 seconds was dumb.
mean, he's not really a integral character, though.
He's a major character who sacrifices himself in the comics. He's essentially the leader of the Suicide Squad.
But they get that with Rick Flag. He wasn't going to be the leader anyway because it was Rick Flag.
He's the longest standing member of the comics. Like, I get it. The comics and the movies are different. But you should fucking, like, I just think you should respect the source material a little better. You don't make a Flaming Carrots comic without the Flaming Carrot. Or you don't make a movie about the Flaming Carrot without putting in the Flaming Carrot. You don't do it. I don't care how good your movie is. It's not fucking good. Because you don't respect the source material.
What did you think about the way it ended? Like, what do you think about the way how they figured out how to had to kill the thing. I guess that's not really a spoiler.
Right.
They're taking down Starro that was in the trailer, so that's not really a spoiler. But how do you think they wrapped that? They wrapped that up, like the way they took care of that problem. What did you think of that?
I
Um,
thought that Ratcatcher 2, her being the one to save everyone at the end, but giving Harley Quinn the killing blow, eh, it was kind of predictable. There was one shocking moment, and that's when they killed Rick Flag,
yeah, I
which
was kind of
again,
surprised too.
was not very cool. They make Amanda Waller a pussy, and she's not.
But she's fucking terrible. I'm glad that girl beat her in the head with a fucking 9 iron.
But that's not Amanda Waller. Like, I know that James Gunn was like, I don't care about the source material. I'm going to subvert expectations. And you know what? Every time a filmmaker is like, I'm going to subvert expectations, they can just fuck right off. I can't think of a single movie that subverted expectations and did it in a good way. Now, you want to surprise us? Sure. But like George Martin said, if you find that your twist is been figured out early, all right, then you left too many clues. Got it. If you think you're going to leave all these clues for something, and then right at the end, fucking the opposite was true. Like when you watch Have You See Now You See Me, the magician one. Yes, the twist of Mark Ruffalo. Oh, have you seen that movie?
Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah.
Okay. The twist of Mark Ruffalo being in on it, that's a cool twist. Until you look back and go, wait a minute. He's by himself and he's all pissed off and frustrated. Like, it doesn't fit.
It was probably
But,
a writing decision that they made last minute, and they're like, "Oh well, this so." It was a.
right.
It was just probably a
That
stupid
makes
thing.
it that makes it a mistake.
Right? Yeah, it is a mistake. I thought that
So,
the like, I mean, there was no characters that I'm like disappointed that I need to get to see more of. Honestly, of the, I guess, I wish Rick Flag didn't die.
right. I
I they
can see that happening. It's not that terrible. But why put Captain Boomerang in the movie if he's not going to do anything? He doesn't kill anyone. He doesn't
yeah
even fucking throw his boomerang.
yeah he does.
He
Yeah, he
comes
does.
off the beach. He's
Well,
like the second one killed.
no, he throws the boomerang. He throws the boomerang. He like cuts a guy's head off. He doesn't cut his
No.
head off, but he like cuts his. Yeah, he does. I once saw it yesterday.
I saw it yesterday too. No, he dies charred hand.
Well, that's like after that was like the aftermath of all that.
Like,
It was going through the credits and it was showing up the aftermath of all
you
that.
could have cut Captain Boomerang completely out of the movie. And it would have changed nothing. And that would have been a good thing.
Right. What did you like? One thing I do like about the I would say because I do have the original Suicide Squad
All right.
movie, the original Suicide Squad movie. There's been a bunch of Suicide Squad animated features and stuff like that. This is the talk of just the movie, the DC Cinematic Universe, EC Entertainment Universe, whatever it's called. I like the music in this movie better than
Yes.
this one.
Right.
Although it is good, like it fits the movie because it's not supposed to be like this dark and dreary like you like. They had some really good talent behind the soundtrack and everything. The movie was advertised better, and me and
Right.
all things random on Instagram. We were talking about it on a live stream. I don't know if you saw that.
Right.
We were talking about it on a live stream about the Suicide Squad. How no, I don't know if we were talking about it on the live stream, but we talked about it in private. Talked about the movie The Suicide Squad was a trailer. It was a good trailer. The
Yeah.
movie subverted the movie. Once you watch it, it kind of your excitement for it kind of dropped. The bad
It
thing is
was
it's
it was a
advertised as like
good
a
movie with a great trailer, and then the studio said, "Let's make the movie match the trailer."
well, I mean, well they had some like there's some like cool stuff in here like the advertisement and stuff like that. Like I
Yeah.
have the Suicide Squad. I watched this. I had the Suicide Squad poster and everything
Yeah.
because the movie looked cool. Like I would say, by marketing standpoint, this movie is an absolute this that by marketing and
But they
merchandise sales and
introduced the
everything.
characters twice in the movie. They had 2 intros for the characters.
That is true. That
Like,
is true. I think what
the
we should have. Sorry, go ahead.
go ahead.
No, I said I think we should have seen them like when they get caught. Like but some of them it's kind of stupid how they get caught. Like Captain Boomerang always robbing diamonds.
Yeah.
He has a fucking dustbuster or whatever. But with Will Smith, like he's a mercenary. I think what the movie should have started is it should have started with Will Smith's character on a hit or something. Remember
Right.
that scene where he's in the building and the guy's like, he's like
He's like,
10
"No,
million.
it's double."
Yes, now it's double. Yeah, and then he does all that stuff. I think it should have started with that. He kills the guy,
Nope.
gets away, and then he gets taken by Batman, and then he goes to Arkham, and then you follow Will Smith's character as he's
Right.
going through or Ark. I don't know if it's Arkham or whatever it is. Was it Arkham?
No, they're in shit.
Yeah, the orange.
BRCC. No, wait, that's Backroom Casting Couch. Yeah, they're in some.
Maximum security. Let's just say they're in Ark.
Yeah,
Let's just say
they're
for
in
the
the
sake
hole.
of let's just say for the sake of trying to get my point across. They're in Arkham, right? So we see Will Smith's character. He gets taken in. He's in Arkham, and then as he's going through Arkham, we are introduced to the other characters. Introduced to the other characters in the prison. When you have Harley Quinn, you got
Right.
what do you call it? Well, you got. I said I don't know if we should do. I don't know if they should do Harley Quinn. Like they should like when he meets Harley Quinn, then it goes to her backstory and how she got to jail,
Right.
or what. But there's a lot of that movie that was edited weird, and
Yeah.
a lot of it was cut out. Like I wouldn't say I was excited to see Jared Leto Joker or anything, but his the way they advertised it was going to be a movie about Joker, like it was going to
Right.
be centered around him, and it really wasn't. It was about this Rick Flag, which Rick Flag in the new movie is definitely leagues better than he was in this movie.
Yeah.
He's just much more likable in this new one, and I think
Yeah.
he kind of played it. I think he played the character a little bit different too.
Yeah, he did. He wasn't a fucking pussy whipped lover boy.
Right. And it was his fault too. It was I don't think they should have made one of their characters, even though they're all bad guys. Like I don't think they should have made him his girlfriend what do you call it? The main bad guy.
The main villain.
The main villain, yeah, they shouldn't have made a character of their own team
Right.
as the villain of the movie, because Bloodsport, I mean, he's bad, but he's not the main villain of the movie. They're not going after him. They're
Right.
going after somebody else. And it doesn't do you think they do you think the characters give or get enough attention? Do you think they all get enough attention with their roles and stuff like that?
I think they made it very clear that some characters were A-list and some weren't.
Right, yeah.
And that's fine, but just commit.
Makes sense. Makes sense. I mean, what do you call it? There are some people in this movie that are killed kind of right away. Um, Adam Adam Beach's character, who Slipknot
Yeah,
in this movie, he's killed like right away. I was kind of sad that Michael Rooker, who plays Savant in the new movie,
right.
like he was killed pretty early on. I was like, man, I was kind of excited to see him in the movie. And none of the other ones really, like none of the. I know
I
if I saw
did not like. I did not like Deadpool 2.
he didn't like the
Deadpool
movie
2 for the
Deadpool 2,
same
or
reason. Yeah, the
okay, I thought you
movie
were talking about.
Deadpool
I thought you were calling
sucked.
what's his name? I thought you were calling Bloodsport's character Deadpool 2.
No.
No,
Deadpool 2, the movie, I did not like.
me neither.
You get me excited to go see X-Force, and then you kill them all off instantly. Now, on this one, all right, Nathan Fillion is this mysterious character, TDK. All right, don't know what he does, but there's a lot of mystery. You got the Weasel.
Just
All right.
it's so stupid.
Javelin. Seems dumb, but whatever. Fine. And you got so many people that, all right, there's going to be some people die. But you fucking kill the entire, everyone that you advertise, because the marketing wasn't about Ratcatcher 2. No, it was Idris Elba is going to be the Will Smith replacement.
Mm-hmm. Which he was the main. I knew he was going to be the main focus, and they also highlighted Harley Quinn too. And actually, I feel like they gave a Polka Dot Man or whatever his name is, Polka Dot Man, King Shark, Bloodsport, and Harley Quinn. They gave them most of the advertising, and I think we do. I don't think we see everything that's in the movie. I think the movie, like I think the Harley Quinn scene where she's killing all the guys, like after she escapes from her binds by the guy who was trying to torture her with the stun gun.
I didn't like the flowers and shit popping out.
I thought that was kind of cool. I think it was an artistic choice.
Right. I like how they do for all the, they do like little chapters and the words come up. Like, I thought that was really cool, really neat the way they did that.
Yeah.
I see my mom everywhere. All right, cool.
That was funny. There are some parts where that's funny. You gotta.
Right. Oh yeah, I agree 100%. But I thought when she takes the javelin and she's just cutting into just gory as hell, and they replace the blood with flowers, and
maybe they did that so it wouldn't be NC-17.
Right.
Because the movie's pretty gore. It's not the goriest movie out there, but for a comic book movie, for a movie that's and it's rated R, like it's a hard R movie. Maybe they toned it down so they can get an R rating instead of an NC-17 rating.
I think that was an artistic choice, but I think on that particular scene, I didn't agree with it.
I wish they would have established like they gave her something. It was like, we're gonna give you this truth serum and they gave it to her, and then she takes it, and maybe she's seeing the flowers and shit. And then you see at the end of it where she kills all the guys, she's just flowers everywhere, and it's nice and pretty, and it's pastel and all this stuff. And then you see it's just fucking blood dripped walls and shit. I wish you would have saw that, but
I thought the idea of doing the duality of her in a beautiful dress, doing like these great dance scenes while fucking killing people was awesome. I think the dress and the music and the choreography was cute and pretty and fancy. Then you balance that with the blood and the gore and put happy music on it, right? Instead of covering up the blood, right? The blood and the gore is what makes it sets it apart. I just think that was an artistic mistake, but that's a little nitpicky.
I don't know. I thought it was kind of cool. I thought it was kind of cool. I like. People are gonna have any kind of issues. People who are comic book people are gonna have issues. Like hell, King Shark is not a great white shark like he's predicted in the movie. He's a hammerhead shark. He is in the comics.
Yeah.
Maybe he is in the later comics, but I think I think in most of the comics where it's King Shark, he's a hammerhead shark. So I don't know
I
why
mean, a
they couldn't
change
keep a
here and a
hammerhead
change
shark.
there. I don't want
Maybe
to
it's just
nitpick
easier
too
to make
much,
a.
right?
I know. I'm not nitpicking. I'm not nitpicking at all. But on that aspect, but I think it's much easier to market a great white shark. Plus, it's easier to
Yeah.
design and stuff. You don't have to worry about it. I think
His
it's kind of funny.
emotion, his facial expressions work better when
Mhm.
he's a great white.
Yeah.
Um,
And
I think killing Captain Boomerang was the biggest mistake. Maybe if he died in a more significant way, but they just brought him out there, a major character from the first movie, the biggest character from the books, because Harley Quinn's not in the Suicide Squad most of the time. She's in and out and in and out. But he's always the leader of the Suicide Squad. And to bring him out, market with him, and all this and that, to kill him off that quickly was just like, surprise.
right.
I think Captain Boomerang deserved a better death than that.
I don't know. I was like, I know saw that Pete Davidson was in the Suicide Squad. I was kind of excited. I was like, oh, that's gonna be kind of good. But then they kill him off early,
Yeah,
early
he
too.
just, hey guys.
Yeah, I think that was a bit jarring. Like I
Yeah,
wasn't
that
thinking
was
we'd see
cool.
that. I wasn't thinking we'd see that so early in the movie. It just like freaking blow his face off.
But when you kill all of them, like one or two, it's a mistake Joss Whedon made in his first movie. I think it's his biggest mistake. In Joss Whedon's first movie is Serenity, the live action movie of his Firefly series. And before the biggest fight at the end, he kills off a character. Now, he wanted to kill a character so that you would know that the stakes are real. However, he kills off like the heart of the team. He kills off like the Xander from Buffy. He kills off the likable, goofy, silly one. And he
Yeah.
does it out of nowhere in a jarring way.
What do you think about the people? You remember The Longest Yard, right? You've seen both Longest
Yeah,
Yard movies. You remember how in the movie they kill Caretaker? You know, if you've seen
yeah,
the original one, you knew in the Adam Sandler one they killed Caretaker. Spoiler
right,
alert, I guess. But they killed Caretaker before the game, like it was in the
right,
original. Well, I mean, he, like you said, he's kind of like the heart of the team. He's kind of like recruiting all these people, and he was a big integral
right.
part in getting everything together and all this stuff. So I guess in that way, they kind of like killed him off, so the stakes would be higher.
But
The
the
stakes would be
mistake
higher
is
and
the
everything
reason
because it's
why it
like
was a
not
mistake.
only.
Oh, sorry, I'm cutting you off.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
The reason why it's a mistake is because, yes, you get to know Caretaker in the movie. This isn't a movie. This is a continuation of a television show. Just like the Suicide Squad is a continuation of another movie and of a comic book. So, yes, killing off a new character, the heart of the team on paper was a smart idea for Joss Whedon. He forgets that it was a extremely popular TV show, and we've grown attached to these characters throughout the run of the show, and then we kept fighting to get the movie made because we're loyal to the team. And you kill the heart of that team, there's too much attachment. And now, killing him off, hey, I'm not saying that was a mistake. I'm saying the way he kills him off right before the big fight in a very jarring, dramatic way. When you watch the big fight, the final showdown, you're not thinking, oh, the stakes are real. No, you're numb and you're upset and you're grieving the loss of this character. So it comes off the opposite. The stakes aren't higher. The stakes are gone because you don't even care anymore.
Right.
That was his big mistake.
I thought he was a lot better in this particular movie because was it Joel Kinnaman? He's kind of gotten he kind of got crapped on because he was in the reboot of RoboCop. He played RoboCop, and then he was in the reboot, or not the reboot. He was in the Suicide Squad movie,
Right.
and that didn't do very good. He was in the reboot of RoboCop. Didn't do very good. He was in that movie. Didn't do very good. And then he's done a lot of these kind of so-so action movies and stuff like that. Right. And so, I mean, I don't know what he's done before that, but in his career, like his movies have kind of failed and everything when he's the main character. But I thought in this movie, supporting, I thought he was pretty good. He was just a different character than what I think James Gunn wrote him different, or whoever wrote. Yeah, he wrote the movie too.
Without him being in a love triangle, because that locked him down, right? Mm-hmm. That trapped him in a way. Whereas in this one, he got to be less serious in some ways. He got to make some jokes. He got to like, seriously? These guys, well, they're idiots, but they're really good at what they do.
Right. There's a fucking idiot. No, he was good. I thought he was good.
And his death was very emotional and moving, and it was well done.
Yeah. I mean, he
even got a cool line. He got his last words are pretty cool. What a fucking joke. Yeah. I just think Captain Boomerang, there was no positive to that.
Right. No, I get it. I mean, this is one to have with the collection. Like, DC has made some good movies. This is one I think one of those movies that's like of the top DC movies that there is out there. There's not very many. You have, I think Wonder Woman is one of the best DC movies, like the original Wonder Woman.
Minus the last 10 minutes of that movie, A++.
Right. I mean, yeah, she fights.
Fight sucked.
It did. Yeah, it did. But I think she was good. Gal Gadot is really good, and I think I talked about Birds of Prey in a move in one of my I don't know if it was Blu-ray haul or my Blu-ray collection video or something like that. I talk about Birds of Prey, and I actually have the movie right here. But with Birds of Prey, Margot Robbie.
She's perfect.
She's good. I mean, she's really good as Harley Quinn, and I couldn't see anybody else replacing her. I don't know.
I absolutely love every role I've seen her do, and she's done a wide variety.
Did you see Focus with her and Will Smith? Which is weird because she was in.
She was very good.
I didn't watch the movie. I just didn't know if you saw it. It didn't get very.
The movie sucked.
Yeah,
the movie kind of sucked. She had Will Smith had no chemistry with her. He was clearly intimidated. He was very much attracted to her or something. I don't know. He was skittish. He came off as a bad actor in that, and that's not fair because he's a good actor.
Mm-hmm. And it showed. In a lot of his movies.
His first major movie role is one of his best.
I'm trying to think, what was that?
6 Degrees of Separation.
I don't think I've seen that one.
It's a very small movie. It was before he was a movie star. He plays a homosexual. And he is intense. He's fantastic. He's not done anything half that good since. And he's done some pretty
I like him in Bad Boys, the Bad Boys movies.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't seen the new movie. Have you seen it?
Uh, no, I read the script and I saw parts of it, but it was like a shitty, pirated
Oh,
dude with a cell phone in a fucking movie theater kind of thing.
right. I heard that people say that's the best. Like they say the movies, they say it's like number two is the worst, and then you have the first one is better, and then you have the third one is the best, and everything. But I actually like the second one best as of right now. I could like the third one more, but I feel to me it felt like the third one did like the Expendables did in the third movie. They brought in the young team and to show the old guys what to do. I'm just like, I don't want to see
The
that shit.
the first Bad Boys is a great movie. The second one was, you know what? You know the characters. You we don't have to do anything. Let's take the guys you know, make the action bigger and better and more intense, and make it funnier. It's
Yeah,
like it's like Lethal Weapon 3. Bad Boys 2 is like Lethal Weapon 3.
I like
It's
the
like,
bad guy in the second one.
yeah.
He's
And
much
come on, the KKK rally?
that was
Come
kind of
on.
right. He's like blue power motherfucker. You would never hear a big actor like Will Smith say that in a movie
Right?
because that's pro police officers and stuff. But
Um,
I ain't saying Will Smith is anti-police or anything like that. I'm just saying
right.
you wouldn't hear it be like, unless the movie is outright be like trying to make cops good or whatever. But you wouldn't be like a blue lives matter. Like if somebody says, like if they were in a
Right.
KKK rally and one of the lines was white lives matter or white power or white lives matter or some shit like that, right? If it was made today,
Right.
white lives matter, and then Will Smith comes out of the KKK hood and he's like blue lives matter, you wouldn't hear him say that shit.
Right.
Right.
Now, the third Bad Boys, from what I saw, and again, it wasn't a good recording or anything, I thought it split the difference between the first and the second. I thought the second was all action, not that much substance. And the first one was a great story. I thought this is slightly better story than the second one and slightly better action than the first one. If that
That makes sense.
helps.
That makes sense. I mean, like I said, I hadn't seen the third one yet, but from what people say, it's better than the second one and the first one, and that's just opinion. It's just like I like Batman Begins better than the Dark Knight. I feel like the Dark Knight is overrated, and I really don't care for the
I
Dark
look
Knight
at them
Rises.
kind of equal. Dark Knight Rises sucks. Uh, Heath Ledger is not a good Joker.
Uh, I think he does the role differently. I mean, it's just like anybody. Like
I don't think he's acting. I think it's a Tom Waits impersonation.
I think what is it? What do you think of Jared Leto's Joker?
I
Or
think
is it?
it's
There is.
terrible.
It is pretty bad. I feel like they did. I feel like they cut out some of his stuff. Like I think that the performance was
Oh,
probably
yeah.
still bad, but I think they cut out some of his better stuff in that movie because he just comes off as this really weird, kind of off-putting guy. I think they kind
Yeah.
of. I don't know if they redeemed his character a little bit better in the Justice League, the Snyder cut. Did they?
He does a much better job as the Joker.
What do you think of what I just got? I just did my movie night, my first movie night video,
I liked it.
and I watched the 2019 Joker. I just watched the 2019 Joker movie with Joaquin Phoenix.
Now, this one thing that bugs people a lot when I say I don't think Heath Ledger does a good Joker at all, and everyone gets all boo-hoo about it and argues with me. I just want to show this to prove that I'm completely right and you're all fucking wrong and you're all stupid. All right.
Growing level of popularity throughout the intercontinental United States, Japan, and I travel extensively in Europe as well. I don't do half bad.
They tell me you have a new market now in Ireland. Is that true?
I've performed in Dublin and done very well there as well.
You look like a leprechaun. You should do well there.
Yeah. I'm also big in Philadelphia.
Excuse me.
I feel like I'm at my grandmother's. Let's wind the clocks back a year. These cops and lawyers wouldn't dare cross any of you. I mean, what happened? Did your balls drop off? You see, a guy like me, freak, a guy like me. Look, listen. I know why you choose to have your little group therapy sessions in broad daylight. I know why you're afraid to go out at night. The Batman.
I see it. I understand what you're talking about.
Now, that doesn't do a very good job. Actually, I've never seen that cut, but it gives a good impression. Let's just watch 2 minutes of this.
Well, I think the vocal pattern, I think it's kind of...
Right. He clearly is doing an impersonation of the voice, but you don't get as much of his actual mannerisms that he's clearly stolen. Come on.
What do you do for 22 hours on a flight? You have ways of entertaining yourself?
Can you hear the audio?
Well, they show movies that are
Well, it's, I can hear it, yeah.
anywhere else.
Yeah.
They put them on the planes.
What, these? This is what you're looking for? I would do that for you. It's a part of the host is supposed to light the guest cigarette and stuff. I do that, but you look like a man that can handle that all by yourself.
Yeah.
I mean, just
You got an
look at...
ashtray yet?
Sorry.
Yeah. Did you put the burn match in it? How long have you been... How long have you been singing?
Pardon me?
I said, how long?
I mean, look at the way he holds himself. Look at the way he bends his shoulders.
He's kind of...
The way he leans forward.
Yeah.
The way he's constantly touching the side of his head.
Well, they got people working for you and everything.
That's right. All of it. It never fails, Tom. I get, you can ask for anything you want on this show, and we'll have someone go out and get it for you.
Christ.
We tried to get him, but there wasn't enough money. We didn't know who to call for the booking. I got the wrong agent. How long? Is there something down here I don't know about?
Tom Waits is still alive.
Yep.
I feel like I thought he'd be dead because he sounds like he was on drugs. Maybe that's just the way he is, but it sounds like he was on drugs through the whole interview.
He's been that way. He's still that way.
Right.
That's just him. That's the way he's been. And no, he's not on drugs now, at least, and he quit smoking
now
10, 15 years ago. But
I saw a magazine the other day.
That is a slightly
Bob Dylan,
obscure
80 years
interview,
old.
right? Yeah.
It is a weird interview, yeah.
And it's a little bit obscure.
But I think it's
popular.
funny.
Where do you think that interview was? In 1979.
England.
What? No. Australia.
Not England.
Who's Australian?
Really? Heath Ledger. Yes.
He watched that on TV as a kid. And he was a huge Heath Ledger, or he was a huge Tom Waits fan.
He was a Heath Ledger fan before he was even Heath Ledger.
So Heath Ledger just imitated Tom Waits.
Maybe he was doing that. Maybe he was doing that subconsciously, or kind of. Maybe that's what he was trying to come up with a character. Maybe like that's what he was doing. It's like what do you call it? I think people. I think people tend to like imitate John Wayne when they don't realize they're doing when they're trying to do a comedy thing or not comedy. Fucking
But
cowboy
do they
thing.
do it that much?
I don't know. I think people when
I
they.
mean,
I mean,
he
I
did the
don't know.
voice.
That's a good
He
question.
did the mannerisms. He even holds his shoulders that way. Well,
Yeah. You want to know how I got these scars?
I mean,
Mine.
it is spot on. Now, I think he does an amazing Tom Waits, and I think Tom Waits is an amazing Joker. I just don't think we get to give Heath Ledger credit for doing Tom Waits as the Joker.
Yeah, maybe they can get Tom Waits to do the next Joker. He'll be the next origin story they do. I was, like I said, I talked about in my video. I said, Joaquin Phoenix does a good joke. He's a good Joker in the movie, And I didn't want to go too into detail, but like I was watching the movie. I'm like, this is an interesting story. It's a different origin story. It is not the Joker story,
Right.
but there's different multiverse.
It's the Killing Joke. He's doing the old comic book, The Killing Joke. He's doing a version of that. And it's great. It's a good job. It's different. It is 1985. It's either Frank Miller or it's the gentleman that did The Watchmen.
Talking about Zack Snyder
that wrote it. No, sorry. The author of The Killing Joke in the 1980s was either Frank Miller or the writer behind The Watchmen.
Let me see. Hold on.
Alan Moore, the guy that did the
yeah,
Watchmen.
there you go, Alan Moore. Yeah,
and it's great. It's different enough that if you've seen or if you've read The Killing Joke, then you watch the Joker and you go, it reminds me of it, but it's a little different. I got it. Cool. But yeah,
I haven't read The Killing Joke, so I couldn't say, oh, that's what it reminds me of. But
it's a Batman comic.
Well, I know that.
It covers right. I mean, Batman's in it, like a big part of it, but it covers the Joker's origin story.
Right. But I think every Joker, like we've had so many actors play the Joker, and every actor I think does it a little bit differently.
Right.
I think Cesar Romero was going for more the comic-y kind of Joker. He was trying to be a comedian, a clown who's funny, that stuff.
Yep.
And then Jack Nicholson was a more gritty version of that of that Joker.
He was a comic book bad guy.
Right. And then he was kind of like a noir kind of, because I think Tim Burton was kind of going for that kind of detective.
Like a Dick Tracy. It was a Dick Tracy movie.
Before
only with Batman.
Tracy. Was it Dick Tracy came before?
Around the
Batman,
same time.
Right? Around the same time?
Right around the same time.
Yeah. And yeah.
Heath Ledger did Tom Waits.
Right. And then Jared Leto, he did fucking crack or something, because that was...
He does a David Bowie. He does a gay David Bowie.
A gay David Bowie?
Yeah.
Isn't that just David Bowie?
No, I think his Joker's a little more gay than David Bowie was. Because David Bowie married a black woman.
Right.
Actually, you know what? David Bowie married a black woman who's like 6'4".
Jesus.
I mean, she's a statue. She's like perfect.
Is she still
like
alive?
a fucking... Oh, yeah. She's like carved out of granite. Big, tall, beautiful, ebony goddess. Doesn't look like a real person. You'll look her up and be like, nope, that's not a real person. They made that one in a lab. Like, nope, not real.
She has one name.
Right?
Yeah,
because
Iman.
she only has one name because she was made in a lab. Look at her. She is perfect in every way.
Mm-hmm. She's pretty.
She's not my personal preference.
Race.
Well, no, I mean,
Racist. You don't like black women? Racist.
I don't like statuesque fucking carved out of granite people.
You like the women. You like black women, but you like the black women that come into CBS at 2:00 in the morning asking for menthols, but they only have cools. You know, that's probably. Shut the fuck up. You know what I'm trying to say. You like a different kind of woman than statuesque models.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's what I was trying to say. Don't worry about the logistics of the method of my madness. But
speaking of methods, I have 3.5 news stories that I wanted to go over.
Oh, we just kind of got off on a little tangent, didn't we?
No, I mean, that's what we do. But I looked up and I'm like, oh shit, I really did want to talk about this stuff.
Yeah. I was just kind of worried, because, I felt bad because I saw you did your live streams and everything, but I was like, well, shit, I'm at work and I can't go on your deal. So I would have joined y'all the other day, because you were on here with Alan, right?
Yes, I was. The Queen of Cebu City, by the way.
I guess that's in Philippines.
She's from Cebu. It's
right.
The location she's from, and I'm calling her the queen of that area because she's awesome.
Right.
Because she put her name in, Alan B, and I went and changed it. The Queen of Cebu City and kept calling her Your Highness. Because come on, everyone loves her. Before we jump on the news stories, I do have one sad, depressing thing to cover. There's a gentleman who served in the military, who served alongside other people in the military, and you form a bond where you love and trust the person. There's some things you just don't do. Among those, someone you've served beside, you have fought in a war with this person, you don't try to fuck that person's wife. You don't do it.
Mm.
Now, I understand sometimes dudes get horny and they want to get a little piece. I don't approve. I don't agree. It's wrong. But what is much, much worse is when you try to convince your fellow soldier's wife to leave her husband to run off with you.
Is that what happened with you? You don't mind me asking.
It would never happen to me because I don't have any friends. But in the event that I did have friends and one did that, I would not be happy at all. I would be very, very unhappy. But no, I do therapy twice a month.
Mm-hmm.
Group therapy. We get together, fellow veterans, because not everyone wants to go sit down with a shrink. So we have a licensed counselor, and who is a veteran, and we all sit down and we discuss our feelings. And in the military, in the world of the military, there is not much lower than trying to steal your battle buddy's wife.
That's terrible.
I can't think of it's an awful betrayal. It would fucking break my heart. And I haven't done the Mental Health Monday lately. Last time I did it, I had a fellow veteran join me, and it went really well. I want to pick that up again. While we have a United States gymnast who steps down at the Olympics to seek help for mental health, and everyone wants to shit on her, no. Now, her story has changed. I understand that, but there's never any shame in seeking help. And there's never any shame in sharing your feelings. And I'm going to try to get back on this Monday mental health kick. But also, if you're trying to steal your buddy's wife, you're a piece of shit.
Yep. My dad's boss, right?
Yeah.
When he worked at his particular job, my dad and mom worked in the same place, and
Been there.
The guy who hired my dad when he started working at this place, and my mom came in shortly after that. Turns out my mom was cheating on my dad with his boss, which became my stepdad.
And that sucks. And I get it. People fall in love. Shit happens. Love and relationships are difficult.
Yeah. And then we find, and the bad thing is, and then we find out that he cheated on my mom. And I found out several years later after the fact that he attempted to molest my sister at that time. Attempted, at least. He didn't, but he attempted.
But yeah, as shitty as relationships go, by the way, I do love that one. It's actually very close to mine.
Right. It just doesn't have it has the orange tip on it. It's
Right.
What do you call it? Spring. You pull that back.
All right. See, mine.
You pull the pin out and it goes.
Mine comes out this way.
Right, because this is a real gun. This is not a real gun.
No, I mean there are guns that they open up that way. No, I'm not.
Yeah, do that.
But yeah, Mental Health Mondays. I want to fucking push that for that, and I tried to do this whole thing right around the 1 hour mark so I can easily timestamp it. But like I said, I have 3.5 news stories I want to bring up. The first one is Kool in the Gang. Dennis D.D. Thomas has passed away at the age of 70. Co-founder of Kool in the Gang had the song Celebration.
Celebrate.
Right? He was a flutist, a saxophone player, a percussionist, the MC. Like, dude, I mean, Jungle Boogie.
Yeah, he was the Master Chief.
Yep. Like, he has passed away at the age of 70. And last year, the other founding member, Ronald Bell, passed away. So, Kool in the Gang, some wonderful music. My father and I used to listen to it listened to one of their cassette tapes, and the Opel, a German Opel that was orange back in the 80s. I have some great memories of the songs from that band, and he gave us all a lot of smiles.
That's sad. Was it the guy from Dusty Hill from ZZ Top passed away too?
Yes.
He was 110 years old or something like that.
Yeah, but he looked 170. And motherfucker was a badass.
No, he wasn't that old, but yeah, he passed away. He was 80. Was it 80 something or was it like 77?
Yeah, he was up there. Older than I thought.
But you got to think, he was, touring and stuff like that.
Right.
I'm pretty sure they were touring during COVID and all that stuff. Or maybe they took a break during COVID, but I'm pretty sure they've been on the road, during all the pandemic and everything.
Another particular news story I want to mention is Mark Zuckerberg, Facebook. And yes, this is streaming on Facebook. Fuck you, Mark Zuckerberg.
You ever see The Social Network?
Yeah.
They don't make him look like a good guy in that movie.
Yeah, but he's way worse now. Now, it turns out he funded a group. He completely funds a group, doesn't have his name on it, that has given $24 million to one particular political party. Which, again, good for you, man. You have every right to give that money to whoever you want, whatever political group you want. I would just like to point out that when you're standing before Congress explaining why you suspend and censor one political party and not the other, you can't say, I have no bias, when you give $24 million to the party you refuse to suspend.
Yeah. It's called Keep Your Mouth Shut, Don't Worry About It. That's what it's called. No, but it's people being hypocrites, I
don't mind hypocrisy. I just think your 230 protection doesn't apply to you when you are a publisher and not a platform. If you are biasly choosing to enforce your rules, then you're no longer a platform. You can't use tax money to build a stadium that will only allow a certain group of people to perform. That's why the Boy Scouts lost all their government funding. Boy Scouts not funded by the government at all because they would not treat everyone equally. They had their beliefs, and they chose to not get government funding, which is fine.
Yeah.
So Facebook should not get government funding, and they should not get government protection. Sorry. Either be fair or be a private business. Because this, my private business. Yeah? How's that work out when they're getting protection from the government? Sorry.
I mean, what do you call it? I was talking to my mom the other day. I was like, how schools, how they say you're not allowed to have bad, or they're not allowed to have you're not allowed to go to school wearing a Budweiser shirt because that's promoting alcohol to underage kids, right? Or not allowed to come to school and it has, menthol cigarettes or anything like that on there, or anything bad, or naked people or naked ladies on your shirt, or having I know somebody got in trouble because he had Playboy on his shirt. It was a pink shirt that just said Playboy on it. It didn't have any.
And they can search your locker without a warrant.
Yeah. So if you're hiding drugs, if you have drugs in the school, moral of the story is hide it in your friend's locker.
You do. Supreme Court ruled that public school students do not have First Amendment, Second Amendment, Fourth Amendment, Fifth Amendment. Although they've lately they've gone back to Fifth Amendment. You're allowed to have that, although you still get punished for it. So you only halfway get it.
I mean, anyway, what I was getting at is you're not allowed to have bad stuff on your clothes. Right? Well,
Right.
I think if somebody gets in trouble, they come to school and they wear a shirt that says Trump 2020 on it, or Make America Great Again, or something like that.
It's allowed. Has to be allowed.
I understand. However, people have gotten in trouble because they wear
Yes.
a shirt that says Make America Great Again.
Yep.
Okay. Well, then it's only fair that if somebody says, if somebody comes to school wearing a shirt that says, you know, Build Back Better with Joe Biden's
Right.
slogan on there, well, then that should be allowed.
That's his logo.
Come on, man. That's his slogan. Come on, man. No, so that's what I was telling my mom. I was like, well, you got to think, if I come to school wearing a Blue Lives Matter mask, right? And they say, you got to take that off. Why do I have to take it off? Oh, it's promoting, it's police, police violence and all that stuff. I was like, okay, well then you got to take people to take the Black Lives Matter mask off. Oh, why do they got to do that? Well, they're being violent to police. I don't like violence against police. Blue Lives Matter is protecting against police violence, or it's my statement against standing up for police officers.
Right.
And Black Lives Matter is targeting police and attacking police officers and everything. So if they ask that, they can tell them to kindly fuck off. But you don't say that.
Right.
I know I'm in the wrong here. I got in trouble the other day when they went to go see the Suicide Squad. I was gonna make a video about the whole day. I was be like, I was gonna go out to the mall and go watch the movie and everything, and I was gonna record myself going to get some movies because I got some movies while I was out. And I was like, okay, it's gonna be fun. I'm gonna do this and whatever. And so I'll go to Best Buy, and I really don't like going to Best Buy anyway. But I went there because they have some cool stuff, and and I was like, let's go ahead and look. So I went in there and looked, and I got the hold on. Oh. The Rocky Collection, all 6 movies on Blu-ray.
Hell yeah.
Got that for, I think it was under $20. Which is good because it's on Blu-ray and everything. For under $20. It doesn't come with Creed though, like the 2 Creed movies, just the
Right.
6 Rocky movies. But the guys, I was videoing the shelves. I wasn't videoing anybody in the store. Like I wasn't going around videoing people in the store, right? I was just videoing the shelves. I had my handy cam because I didn't have my normal camera. I have my little handy cam. And the guy was like, "You can't record in the store." And I was like, "Okay, I'll put it away." So I put it away and everything. And then as like a dumbass, I was like, I was grab my keys and everything, walking out the door. I was like, I got everything. I got my phone, got my keys, everything. And I had my backpack on me because I was gonna bring my stuff. So I had my backpack too. And I realized I didn't have my wallet. And so not only was I in the wrong by videoing in the store, I guess, but I didn't have my wallet to add to the embarrassment of me already being there. And then I come back. I left there, had to go do something, and then I came back with my card and everything, my wallet and stuff. And then I come back in there, and the girl who was checking me out, she was like, I was like, I got it. I have my card and everything. I was like, I got it. And the guy's like, ooh. He said something. I was walking in there. He said some shit to the girl, and they started laughing. I was like, this guy. And by the way, this guy didn't look like he was some Best Buy employee that knows anything about computers or anything like that.
Right.
He's just there. He's like completely tatted, completely covered with tattoos, young guy. And he just looks like he's there for muscle in case somebody goes in there and tries to steal a TV or something, or they try to steal something. He's just there to stop them. That's why he came over there to me because, you know, I'm not like tall, but you know, give me like 5 minutes to stretch and I'll beat your ass. Promise.
Right.
I'm just kidding. But he comes over there and tells me to, which I was fine. I turned my camera off and everything, and yeah. And then he wants to say some shit to this girl while I'm not there. I don't know what they were talking about, me, or maybe I'm just paranoid, but I'm just like, you know, I'm just like, you're gonna go ahead. You're gonna be an asshole to me because I forgot my debit card, or I didn't forget my debit card. I don't know. It was just to me. It was just kind of rude because they were talking about me. I know they were talking about me and everything, and they were laughing about me. So I don't know what they were saying, but. And then I looked at him. I was walking out the door. I gave him a mean look. I was like, he's a fucking dick. He's acting like a fucking dick. Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just reading too much into it, but I just feel like he was just going to.
I feel you. You're
feel
trying to show off. But I do really want to make a t-shirt that has Joe Biden's logo on it. And I know his catchphrase is. Oh, shit.
I'll lead an effective strategy to mobilize true and international effort to pressure.
What?
What?
What? What did he say?
True and
Yeah.
That's his logo. His catchphrase.
No, it would be like Joe Biden. Come on, man. And quotation.
Either that or I don't want my kids growing up in a racial jungle.
Right.
Or you could get his eulogy from the Grand Master of the Ku Klux Klan that he did for Strom Thurmond. But hey, maybe I'm the asshole here. All right, last news story. 1.5 news story to cover. Afghanistan. I've been there.
Seen it. Saw the sights. Seen the people.
They are some wonderful, amazing people. Right?
That's not Al Qaeda.
I have nothing but love and respect for the wonderful, amazing Dari and Pashto people of Afghanistan who toil in the ground to grow their crops, who work hard, who raise animals. These are some hard-working, wonderful, peaceful, loving people. And a very small group of evil fucking assholes have abused the shit out of these people for a very, very long time. And we went in because bin Laden was hiding there. Bin Laden had left about the time we got there, and we knew it, but it was a good place to establish presence so we could hunt for him in another country that we knew he was there, and we could do some good while we're at it. I got to see females going to school. It was a struggle. I don't know if I've ever told you any of these stories, but yeah, we had to escort females to school so they could learn to read because it wasn't allowed. Females got their driver's license. A lot of wonderful things happened. The Afghan people loved us. And as far as my experience, we loved our village and the villages around us. Beautiful, wonderful stuff. Yeah, there's awful, evil, horrible combat, but that wasn't against these locals. It's against these awful shitheads. Taliban is a good label to put on a lot of them, and it sucks. Now, recently, there was an Afghan Air Force pilot who was killed in a bombing in Kabul. The pilot is Hamidullah Azimi. A sticky bomb attached to his vehicle. There were also 5 civilians. Now, Azimi was trained to fly Black Hawk helicopters, and he served with the Afghan Air Force.
And he was not Al Qaeda or anything like that, or Taliban or
No,
anything.
he was a
American.
patriot.
Okay.
No, he was a patriot. He was an Afghan patriot who fought for his country. He was in a location he was in a location I was in. I don't know. I don't recognize the name, and looking at the time frame, I highly doubt I served when he served. But he served in the same location I served in. When the former president, Donald Trump, decided we're done with the war in Afghanistan. We're going to draw a line in the middle and move all of our troops to the northern half of the country.
The good side, I'm guessing.
Let the Taliban have their shit. We will keep a presence in the northern half, and you fuckers come here, we'll fucking nuke you. We'll fucking murder you. And tried to move as many soldiers and interpreters up north as possible. Whether you agree or disagree, it was a response. He moved to Kabul. He moved up north with his family. With this newest withdrawal, the Taliban has been very aggressively attacking the north. It's very sad. Breaks my heart. He lost his life. Now, this is not any president's fault. There's only one group of people to blame. Those are the assholes that are fucking chucking sticky bombs. The assholes attacking. I have heard people state the opinion, who cares? He's Afghani. No. He's a patriot. He is a fucking hero to his country. Afghanistan should be split in half. In my opinion, the country should be split in half. Let Kabul be the capital of Taliban, and let Kandahar, capital of the Taliban, and Kabul, the capital of women are allowed to drive and allowed to go to school. But current administration has pulled everyone out, which, again, I don't disagree with. There is one thing that you know me, I hate fucking talking about this shit. On streams, at least. But there's something I would love for everyone to hear and spread the word. We are developing plans to get interpreters out of Afghanistan. People who lived with American soldiers, ate with us, stood beside us when the fighting happened. Translated, our interpreters. These motherfuckers were basically American soldiers. And we pull out and leave them there. And we are 2 or 3 months away from being able to get them out. No. No. And no. These motherfuckers stood there beside us. You may have had shitty interpreters. I've had good and bad interpreters, but their lives and their families' lives were put at risk. We owe them protection, and we should not leave without them. You don't leave anyone behind, and we should not leave them behind. So I just want the world, anyone that hears this, repeat this to anyone you can, spread it around. I want our interpreters safe. I want them home. I want them here. If we're not going to stay in northern Afghanistan, fuck it. Fine. Send them to Germany. Send them to a fucking army base in Germany. I don't care. Get them the fuck out of Afghanistan. They sacrificed for us. Get them the fuck home. Get them safe. It's bullshit.
Is the current administration not doing anything? Like, are they not pulling the guys out?
2 to 3 months away from possibly getting Terps out. Now, I'm not going to say that current administration's not doing anything. I'm just saying that this is being poorly done. We can't pull. I want the American soldiers home. I want Afghanistan to be split in half, and the northern half be safe, and the southern half, fuck them. But fine, if we're all coming home, great. But the motherfuckers that ate with us and slept with us and lived with us, yeah, they're part of us. Bring them with us. You don't bring the fucking troops home without them. And I know that's going to be taken politically. Fuck that. It's not politics. It's just they are dead. Their families are dead. They gave everything to help us. We can't fucking leave them. Bring them home.
Yeah. And are these are citizens with these people who seek what do you call it? Asylum, I guess, or how would they? Or if are they part of the military? Would they be given?
They're not
automatic
part of the
citizen?
military. They are Afghan citizens who were just doing a job.
Would you give them if you were to be in charge? Would you give them the opportunity to become U.S. citizens? So, like, say, hey, we want to get you out of here.
If I were in charge, while you give me 1 year as an interpreter, and your wife and kids, boom, they live in Kansas. Give me a second year, and you get 2 weeks to go to Kansas. Give me a third year, now you live in Kansas with your family. And every motherfucker that was less than 3 years service, all right, you got a 6-month visa. Boom. Move to Kansas. Or not just Kansas, but Kansas is a just random state.
Put them all in Kansas so we can trap them around. Just kidding.
Like, man.
But no, that's
Yeah.
sad.
I'd bring them home. And I know it's
Fuck.
not their home, but it's never home when everyone wants to kill you. So yeah, I'd bring them here.
And just hope nobody kills. I mean, you are
But yeah.
putting them in Kansas, so you are putting them in a red zone.
Oh, it's Kansas. Everyone loves everyone in Kansas.
Yeah, they're gonna wake up. He's gonna have a corn cob shoved up his ass or her ass.
Yes, but only done out of love.
But no, I mean, honestly, like these people, like I think if you are in serving with the military, even though you're not a military,
Right.
you're not in the military, but if you're working with the military and you have so many years of service working with the military, like you know how people like in some countries, you're guaranteed to go into the military to as a kid, like after you graduate high school and do all that stuff, you have to go into the military. You know, I would say the people who are in Afghanistan, if they work with the military and they're interpreters and stuff like that, I think if after they do so many years of service with the military and stuff like that, I think they should be given the opportunity to have an easier path to citizenship than the people who are like, I'm coming to seek asylum, I'm coming from Mexico, or people who jump the border of Mexico, and then they come here, they're like, oh, we'll just give you free this and that and all this stuff, and they don't do shit, and they don't pay taxes.
It's something that no one fucking thought about. And why would you? You ever thought about the interpreters being left behind in Afghanistan or Iraq? No. Why would you? I know. You know, I knew interpreters. I'm still incommunicado with one of mine who lives in Canada, by the way. Yeah.
America's not that bad.
But but he lives in Vancouver and it is beautiful. Beautiful. Plus, the lady friend that he has who lives in Vancouver, she is also beautiful. So, hey, fuck yeah. Love my booby. No, it's just one of those things that people might not think about. And it's like, yeah, fuck. Hey, whether you want us to withdraw or don't want us to withdraw, cool. That's a whole topic. But we can all fucking agree that these assholes need to come back with us. We can't. I don't think we should bring our troops home without them. Motherfuckers earned. They earned it.
All right. Well, I mean, it's like, it's like if you're an illegal, right? And you come and if you're an illegal, and you come and you join the military, and you come and get your citizenship that way. I mean, I feel like you earned it. I mean, I say illegal. I mean, like if you come from Mexico or Canada or wherever, if you're coming from either place and you join the military and you give your service for the country, I think you should. Honestly, I think you should be given a visa. You know,
I've got two. No, I've got three examples. 3 fucking cool stories. Ish. All right, I'm not gonna fucking name names. GQ was Iraqi. GQ, born and raised in Iraq, fucking became an attorney, right? A lawyer. And he was a defense attorney, and he lived right there in Bath, the home of Hussein. And, you know, shit sucked. But he's an attorney. He did what he could. You know, he saw a lot of injustice happen. So when America invaded Iraq, regardless of your opinions on whether we should or shouldn't or why or what, don't care. He saw it as, oh shit, we can get rid of the evil motherfuckers fucking us in the ass every day. Cool. How can I help? He became an interpreter with a cavalry unit. And he fucking moved his family as far away. Fucking did everything he could to protect his family, and he served as an interpreter. Now, he did 4 fucking years as an interpreter in exchange for citizenship for him, his mother, and his father, and his sister.
What about his wife and kids?
Oh, he wasn't married.
Oh, okay.
Now, he could have done 2 years in him, or 1 year in him, 2 years and his mom and dad, 4 years to get his sister to, however it was. He did 4 years and it got his sister and his mom and dad. 2 years in, they got to leave the country. They moved to Baltimore. Yeah, they got stuck in Baltimore. Poor bastards.
They can't get a fucking break.
He does another 2 years, right? 3 years in, there's a sniper taking fucking shots, right? And he does something dumb. He fucking misunderstands something, and he fucking pops up. He stands up, right? And goes to, run to the next position. He fucked up. Timing was off. Someone else fucking tackled his ass and fucking covered him and took a sniper round. Died.
Oh, man.
And he does another 14 months, finishes his contract, and comes to the United States. And he has a law degree. So what do you think he does first thing? He enlists in the fucking United States Army. Enlisted, not even as an officer. Enlisted. Goes through basic training with me. And goes and deploys to Afghanistan. They don't send him to Iraq. They send him to Afghanistan. Whatever. And he does another 4 years. And he goes to combat zone twice and fights. Why? Because he loves America. He loves what America did for him. And he has to pay it back. Now, I remember he got an award. And when he got the award, I remember certain person goes, kind of shitty they gave that award to an Iraqi. I was like, let me tell you a story. He's more American than you'll ever be, bitch. And afterwards, like, I want to go shake his hand. You know what? You should suck his dick. Yeah, GQ. Oh. Fuck. And I use the letters GQ because now I don't know how handsome he is, but in my eyes, that's a beautiful motherfucker. But yeah, that's my thoughts. And maybe that's part of why I'm biased for Terps. Because life sucks in these countries. and they risk everything to help us. Come on, let's give them a place.
Right. I mean, hell, I mean, it's I don't know. I feel like the news makes us look like we're just out there, just killing minorities and stuff like that, and everything. And America is built on immigrants. America is built on immigrants, but yet we don't allow immigrants in, which is not true. It's the people who are willing to go the distance. People who are willing to the people like that are the people we need here in America. We don't need, we don't need
Our immigration laws are stupid. They're too expensive to become a citizen. I value hard work and following the rules more than I do money. You're in a shitty place. You come here. All right. Do we have an opening? Can we take you? Look, we're not gonna fucking give you a free handout. If you come here and you work and you become part of the system, right? Don't break the rules. Learn the language. I know it sucks, but learn the language. When I was in Germany as a kid, I couldn't just walk into McDonald's and go, "Hey, give me French fries." They would seriously and take the next person's orders. Now, if I was like, pommes frites and they'd be like,
these fucking Americans.
Point at the menu. But they're like, all right, assholes trying. Point on the menu and let me tell you in German what the fuck it is. And then you repeat it back and then you get your food. But if I was just like, hey, French fries, they'd be like, that's how I was treated as an immigrant or as a foreigner. But yeah, it's Buffalo Soldiers. And I know I keep bringing back the military, but Buffalo Soldiers. Bunch of black dudes join the army, become freed. They put them in the cavalry. I'm like, you know what? We're not giving you horses because black folks just aren't smart enough to handle horses. Here's some mules. So these motherfuckers go through the obstacle course, do their spur ride on mules, and they do better than the white folks around them on horses. And after that, it's like, shit, I couldn't do that on a mule. Damn it, fine, here's horses. But we're not giving you uniforms, colored folks. So they sent them up north, Dakota, Wisconsin. They sent them to the fucking coldest places ever, and they don't give them uniforms. So they got to go kill fucking elks and buffalo and deer and make their own shit.
Mm-hmm.
So the Native Americans named them Buffalo Soldiers because they wore buffalo hides. And they said they were the toughest and the baddest and the fiercest warriors they ever met. So, 150 years later, 10th Cavalry is still Buffalo Soldiers in honor of those black bastards.
Yeah, it's what do you call it? It's, but have they ever made like a movie about that kind of stuff? Like, have they?
No, they only make movies about the Marines. Sorry. No, I've never seen a good movie about the Buffalo Soldiers.
You should write
I'd
it.
love to see it. I
You
would
should write
love to
one.
see it.
You should guess horror cats and heroes, whatever. You should ask him and say, "Hey, you want to write a movie about Buffalo soldiers?"
Another one, Irish bastards. These fucking Mick bastards get off the boat, and you got army recruiters there. Catch them off the boat. Hey, welcome to America. You owe us 2 years of military service. Oh, I do. Yeah, sign on this contract. Your family's good to go. And then they made entirely Irish units in the military. What did they do? They made them cavalry and sent them off to the fucking far west, away from everything. 7th Cavalry Regiment, Custer's, General Hal Moore. Bad motherfucker. They made a movie about him with Mel Gibson. We Were Soldiers Once. That is 7th Cav. Fun fact, they had to cut down on the battle. They had to cut in half because it didn't seem realistic. They told the whole story.
Right. Oh, they can have a movie of Braveheart that's like 5 hours long, but they can't make a movie. You know.
I mean, shit. Sergeant Major Plummer and General Helmore, you'd never believe how badass they are. Anyways, they are 7th Cav, and 7th Cav's motto is Gary Owens. And I've heard a million motherfuckers go, who's Gary Owens? And why do you guys honor him so much? Gary Owens is an Irish song. It means Owen's Garden. It's Gary Owens, Owen's Garden. And it's a fucking Irish song about Owen, his wife, went to visit family. And he threw a party. All his friends came over and got shit-faced drunk and passed out in the yard. Like, upside down, backwards, bent over this and that. And his wife comes home and goes, Owen, what the fuck? And he was like, he sent them all home. He was like, oh, you got to leave. You got to leave. When they got too drunk, he's like, oh, you got to leave. Go out. Fucking go home. They only made it 1 or 2 steps and passed out. So she gets home and she's like, what the fuck? What? What, baby? Oh, what's with the garden? What do you mean? Are you growing drunks? And he looks outside and sees drunks planted all over the front yard.
That's funny.
So Gary Owens is a limerick about drunken Irishmen because they would pull these motherfuckers off the boat and go, oh, you owe us 2 years service. And they'd make entirely Irish units and just send them out to go to war.
They were like, let's get back at those Irish bastards. And then they sent them off to war. That's what they did. But I know this is kind of weird from what we was talking about, but I have the I have Apocalypse Now. I just realized when I opened up my case over there, I have Apocalypse Now digital download code. Would you want it?
Oh, you wanna put that out to someone or
No, would you want it?
for me?
Yeah, because it comes with the Apocalypse Now, the 79 version, and then the Redux or the Redo, whatever.
Charlie Don't Surf.
Charlie Don't Surf. It's been a while since I've seen the movie, so I'm not.
Right there. See that? Big yellow fucker.
Nice.
That's
what Robert Duvall had, right?
Yes. And he was like, they were talking about all right, we're gonna fucking. He's talking about surfing, and they're like, what about the enemy? enemy. Charlie don't surf.
It's funny. But no, if you want that, I'll give it to you. I'll send the take the picture of it and send it to you on Twitter if you want that.
That's the cav right there. Oh, yes. I would like to win that giveaway, please.
No, it's not a giveaway. But I do have, and I'm sorry I brought this up on this really. We were talking about some really dumb shit.
No.
I have what do you call it? I have another one that's all the Smokey and the Bandit movies. I don't know what I did with the code or whatever, but I believe it's right here. It's for all. I think it's all the Smokey and the Bandit movies because I got the Blu-ray trilogy.
So when do you want to do the giveaway for that?
Oh, I was wanting to do a video about the. I'm having some editing issues with the video file, so I have to redo it. But I was going to give it away on that one. But I wish nobody would comment. I always ask people to comment on my videos. Nobody ever comments. So
I have a hard time with comments as well.
But usually it's like, hey, if you want to enter, you got to comment below, and stuff like that. I've offered to give it away on the podcast, but no, if you want this one,
I could get comments better.
But if you want the Apocalypse Now one, then watch that because it comes with like 3 different versions of the movie. So, but I am gonna have to go because I gotta go. I gotta get up at 6 tomorrow, and I gotta be at work at 8. So I gotta walk to work. It's gonna take me a little bit to walk to work. So I gotta get up at 6 o'clock, and then sucks.
All right. Well, that puts us very close to 2 hours. So you brought up Apocalypse Now. So I'm going to try to use the next 2 to 4 minutes, and then we'll close out. Apocalypse Now is loosely based on a book, The Heart of Darkness. The Heart of Darkness is a book written about the Congolese abuse by King Leopold II. And it is a beautiful, amazing book that covers a very wonderful historic event that is sad and depressing. But because Apocalypse Now is so fantastic and amazing, if someone were to try to make a movie about that event, it would seem like a ripoff of Apocalypse Now. That was my little historical thing.
That's kind of cool.
But,
well, it's like anybody, like, people always say, oh, well, that's a ripoff of Alien or this and that, this and that. It's like, well, you got to think source material, too. It's like the movie, The Valerian, right? Like, Valerian came out way before. Like, Valerian came out before The Fifth Element. But people are like, oh, well, Valerian's kind of like The Fifth Element. It's like a ripoff of Fifth Element. Well, you know, it's like, well, The Fifth Element took inspiration from Valerian, and so that's why it looks like it's a copy of it. And so people take inspiration from other properties, and so that's like, you know, that's why we get movies that are kind of like the same or kind of repeats of one another. Or every, like, what do you call it? Movies that had a specific action, the way they filmed action, the other movies was like, oh, we can do that too. And then they try to redo it, but they don't do it as well. And so that's why we see a lot of movies that look like copycats of one another, you know.
Sorry, I think my digestive tract was noisy.
Oh, that's fine.
All right. Last 4 minutes. Give me some updates on you. You've been making videos pretty
I
sorry.
not really. I mean, I've done some of those shorts. Like I've done a couple of those shorts, but it's not really videos. The only video that I
The
made
shorts
was
are cool though.
I'm gonna quit my job. I did. I got a new job. I started my new job. So
Yeah, I wasn't gonna ask about that, but yeah, it's pretty cool. I like
yeah.
the I'm gonna quit my job. And then, hey, sorry I missed your stream. I was at my new job.
Hey, no, I was just stuck. I was like, well, damn. Now we're starting to do streams, and I can't go on there. You know, but I don't know when my schedule is. I think that might be at night, so I'll be coming home. It'd be like 12 o'clock at night. You're like, you do stream?
All right. Well, I will check with my boss, and whenever you want to get something scheduled, I will talk to my boss,
Okay.
and we'll get it scheduled.
Okay.
Oh, did I tell you I'm moving?
You did not tell me you're moving. Where are you moving to?
Yes. Oh boy. So
Are you moving to Texas?
I wish I had an opportunity come up that I couldn't pass. There is a trailer, a mobile home that is on the property of my bar.
Oh, nice.
And the gentleman that lives there developed a slight case of lung cancer. And his son-in-law developed a slight case of strokes. Now, my boy, lung cancer, not even gonna fucking touch his ass. He's been doing radiation. It gave him a tickle once, but then he got some whiskey and fuck that. All right, so he's good. Now his son-in-law, the stroke, he's doing okay. But it seemed like a good idea that my boy goes and takes care of his son-in-law with the stroke. And it also gives him someone to take him to his cancer treatments.
Right, yeah.
So he's selling his little mobile home, his little trailer. It's a really stupid low price. He was pretty sure he was just being nice to me because he offered it to me for a retardedly low price, and I couldn't say no. So I'm moving.
How much? If you don't mind saying, how much was it? Was it under? Was it under 10 grand?
No. I will say this. There was a house that came on the market that was seriously underpriced. There was a $200,000 house came on the market for $110,000. So I went to the bank to see if I could get a loan to cover it. The bank offered me $60,000, which is not 110. It's like, all right, cool. And then this guy came along with a home that is valued at 2x. His home is valued at 2x. And he was like, well, I'll sell it for 1.5x. I was like, well, I'd be interested. He goes, you know what? I'd be willing to sell it for 1.25x. All right, well, let me go to the bank and see if I can get a loan. He goes, you know what? 1x. 1x? Come on. Come on. He's like, if it's you, So yeah, he sold it to me for 5 digits lower than he would have someone else. So it was a steal, and then I got it for a double homicide steal.
Have you been inside the house? Does it need to be? Does it need some TLC?
I've been inside the house multiple times. It is absolutely fucking retarded that I'm getting away with this low a price.
Yep.
I even offered to pay $5,000 more because I felt guilty. Yeah. So yeah, it's under 60,000. But and I will actually be on the property of my bar, which means I have to pay myself monthly rent.
You actually?
Yeah,
That's
I am supposed to pay myself monthly rent. Not me personally. I am the one that collects the monthly rent because I represent my organization. So now I'm supposed to pay my organization monthly rent.
that's kind of funny.
I
Do you
know.
pay
I'm
rent
my
on
own
the-
landlord.
That's kind of that'd be kind of funny. So if you own a house, you can do whatever you want, right? You can do
Well, it's not a house, it's a mobile home.
mobile. It's still you own the house.
Yes, I own the house that
And
is
the
on
property.
a lot no, I don't own the property.
Does
I own the home that sits on the property that I manage.
So who owns the property?
VFW.
Okay. Are they legitimately gonna charge you rent?
I have to. I have to charge me rent.
Yeah. No, I think it's
Now-
just people.
I do feel as though it might be iffy for me to pay myself. So I put it before the council that I pay the water bill and the internet bill and the cable bill, which
Of
would
the-
equal,
The bar or the place?
yeah, for all of it. For the bar.
Oh,
Pay
okay.
the bar's cable bill, internet bill, and water bill.
So that rent will go to the other stuff.
Which means that would be similar to the cash money I would give myself
Has rent.
to
To
pay
pay
the
for the-
bill. Now, I'm the one
That's-
that pays the electric bill. I pay the water bill. I pay the cable bill. I pay the internet bill. I pay for all the liquor. I pay for the fucking landscaping, right? I pay all the bills. I collect all the money. So all the motherfuckers, I collect their rent. I run the bar and I take the money, right? Right? That's what I do. So how the fuck can I pay myself rent? It seems dishonest. I could easily say, oh, you know what? The bar just didn't make that much this week. Same reason why I refuse to have access to the security cameras. I got 2 security cameras on the cash register. I got a security on the outside. I got another security camera monitors the bar itself, and I got a security camera that monitors the offices. I refuse to have access to them. Why? Because I handle all the money. Something turns up missing, I'm responsible. Now, if I'm responsible for that shit and I have access to that, no. So I'm supposed to be able to access the cameras, but I don't. I refuse to have access. I will not. So yeah, I do not want to pay rent. I want to pay bills. And I figure if I go $100 a month over on rent, let's say rent is 2.5x. Let's stop with X. Let's say rent's $250 a month, right?
Right.
And the cable bill is $50 a month. And the internet is $50 a month. And the water is $50 a month. And the electric is $50 a month. And the landscaping is $50 a month. Then let's just add up $300 worth of bills. And it fluctuates, but how about I just pay that so you guys don't have to fucking worry about me having two people to witness the handing over of the money on camera with a notary public. And yes, they all said, dude, we trust you. Just come on, we trust. No. Yeah. So yes, I'm supposed to pay rent, but I'm going to pay bills instead.
Which that makes sense. I guess it's convenient, to say the least. At least you have the place right there, you know?
I like the people I give money to. Well, I don't like that one guy.
Fuck him, he's a dick.
He is. The dude that runs the bar? Fuck him. Everyone. Fuck him. Yes, I'm seriously going to pay more than I'm supposed to because I don't like the idea of paying myself.
Right. But that so I guess you're gonna be are you gonna be splicing the water from the bar to your place too?
Oh no, it's all the same thing. It's all under the same account. That's why there's rent. Oh yeah. If it was hey, here's a spot for veterans and you don't get to pay nothing. Just cover your rent or just cover your electric, cover your water, cover your this. Right? No, it's the rent covers water and electric.
Okay.
Doesn't
That's
cover
right.
internet and cable, but
You still use cable?
no. Well, my bar does. I have cable for the bar.
Oh. I have to say, you still use cable? You can watch on cable.
I don't know. They watch fucking sporting events and they watch shit. They watch what they want.
I thought about painting this as a prop. I know it's not even close to whatever the size of a real gun would be, but
Wait, you want a prop gun?
yeah.
All right. What about? Because they made it stupid to get them now. A starter pistol, right?
Mhm.
A starter pistol does not. It's not a real gun, but it looks surprisingly.
Is that a
like
starter
this.
pistol or is that a real gun?
By the way, empty. It is a revolver. It is a real gun, but it will not hold real bullets, right? You can cock it like this. You can pull the trigger, but it only holds special rounds that are only blanks.
Right, yeah. But a blank, even though blanks are blanks, they still shoot projectiles, don't they?
No. No, the Brennan Lee thing was a result of it was a real gun that was shooting blanks that had some wadding left in it. But yeah, I will not get you a gun because it's not legal.
Right, yeah.
But as we can use this as reference, in case they fuck with you, let me get you a realistic looking starter pistol. And I will send that to you. And it's not a real gun, but it does not have an orange tip. And it does have real metal parts. You used to be able to buy them at sporting goods stores. And they got weird little skinny fucking... Like, you can't actually put a fucking bullet in there. You can only put a fucking little... Alright. Bullets out. This part, right?
Right, yeah.
It's not solid, right? It's just a little indention. So what you would do is... you would put a little cap, a little... Right there, you'd put a little pouch of gunpowder, right? So while that has a projectile, right? You
Right.
take a bullet. I know I'm over explaining because fucking internet. And the bullet, right? That hits this and it pushes it that way. Now, these are not solid all the way through. So, what it does is, instead of this, it's just a little indention. So that when it hits a little cap and there's no bullet, not a real gun. It's a fake thing. They stopped selling them in sporting goods stores because fucking assholes would use those and cops would go, oh, he's got a gun, and shoot the motherfucker dead. And then the mom's like, oh, he had a starter pistol. Dude, he had this.
Yeah, I know.
The cop shot him. Don't.
This is a fucking... Right?
So they put orange caps on shit.
Right, yeah. But that won't shoot that won't shoot an actual bullet, right?
Right.
Well, yeah. That's pretty cool.
You can use this clip
as
to defend
evidence in
yourself.
court.
Well, not court, but evidence for YouTube, because
Right.
and maybe you can do a fucking warning to start with. Hey, not using a real gun. Link to this. And we'll make a short warning video.
Well,
explaining
this has an orange. Look at that. This has an orange
it. Right.
thing on it.
Orange
It's
cap
obviously
so the cops don't shoot you.
right. Hey, well,
But-
that is. Have you seen the ones
But
where
on
the
a
guy?
YouTube video, the cops aren't going to shoot you because you're not doing it in front of cops.
No, I'm not. But anybody sees that, they see this, they're like, "Oh, he's got a gun." Nope, look at that toy. It's a toy. Susan Wojcicki. So yeah, it's a El Cheapo toy. It costs like $4 on Amazon. I got it more for props for future videos and stuff like
Right.
that. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to paint it. I'm going to paint it to make it look realistic, I guess, realistic as possible. Not for any reason other than to use for props. But the orange tip will not be, once the orange tip is covered, because it'll be covered, so
Now,
it's not going to have the orange tip on it anymore.
Hold yours up in front of the camera. I mean, they're not that far apart.
No.
And a revolver, like when I hold it this way, you can clearly see bullets. When I hold it that way, you can clearly see bullets.
Mhm.
Now, with a starter pistol, you can make this part and this part without being all the way through.
Right. Could you change out this part right here? Could you change out that to make it where you can?
All of those would be a piece of cotton with gunpowder in it.
Right. But you couldn't change out the pins. You couldn't change out the pin in the.
Oh no, those would all these that would be there. I don't know if they make them where you can swap out this part.
Well, you would have to, because like buying clips for guns and stuff like that, you would think the part would be changeable for brakes or anything like that.
Right, but that's not a real part. Right?
Right.
That would just be looks.
Right. Yeah. That makes sense. Yeah.
Like it would only be those, the part that the when you pull the trigger, right?
Mhm.
This hits right here.
Right. Yeah.
And right there is this part. That part would just be cotton
Oh, gotcha.
with little gunpowder. Now, see, that's empty. When you put a bullet in, it's got that little part.
You're right. Yeah.
Sorry, that's a blank. That is a real round. Hollow point, right? So the back is the part that the hammer strikes. If you put your finger right there, you'll feel the hammer hit, right?
Right. Hurt. I'm sorry.
And that hits that part that
Right.
creates an explosion and then sends this part flying.
But that bullet, the casing still stays in there.
Right. But the little lead part here
We'll
flies
shoot
away.
at a. We'll shoot at a. The prop. I would say it's a prop, but we'll shoot at a.
It will come out of this part. Stop it. Fuck it, cell phone. Right? It will come out of this part and go down this barrel
Mhm.
and fly out and hurt someone. So, right there. Oh, yeah. This end, explosion. This stays. This flies out through here and hits a person. Now, with a blank, there's no right here. There's an explosion here, and this part doesn't fly away and shoot anyone. Cool. With a starter pistol, there's no metal damage hurt me part. With the blank, you have the tube thing to put in, but it's normally much shorter. And you have the explosion thing. Well, with a starter pistol, you can't see through it, right?
Oh.
You only have this part, the explosion part.
Gotcha.
But it just pops. And there's nothing to explode. Just boom noise.
Is that what they use? Did they use that in movies and stuff like that? Did they use starter pistols in movies? Or
No, they didn't. There's a reason why when you watch let me again, gun safety. Nothing. When you watch track meet back in the day, you get in the United States, ready, set, go. In the UK, because they make everything gay. Ready, steady, go. And you get, on your mark, get set, pop. That's a shitty gun. But then in movies, you get, boom. This is the cop gun in every fucking Lethal Weapon. Danny Glover, he uses a snub-nose 38. And every motherfucking time he fires it, it's boom. Now, snub-nose 38 is what they use for starter pistols. And every track meet you hear, pop.
but that what you have is not a starter.
This is a real gun. Rock Island 38 special.
That's always the one that I like. Like I always like that look.
But yes, we'll clip this, or I'll make a explanation myself. And we'll redo it. I will get you a starter pistol. But I have to warn you, they're not exactly legal anymore. Around the same time as your orange fucking cap. Yeah. They outlawed a weapon that's not a weapon. It looks like something that's illegal, so let's make it illegal. Because kids are getting shot. How about we put an age restriction? Got to be 18 to buy a starter pistol. And let's teach our kids to not be fucking stupid. All right, sorry, I got off on a side tangent. I gotta say, thank you so very much for jumping in. I know it's short notice. I missed you. You are fucking cool as balls. Even when I can't make community posts, and for some reason I couldn't even comment on people's videos. Didn't know YouTube did that.
Yeah, it's weird.
But yeah, I'm keeping up with you. Impressive as shit. Love you, and I can't wait to do the next stream.
Me too. I mean, it's like I said, it's been a while and everything. And I was hoping everything was okay. I didn't want to get the. I did the premiere of my video yesterday, and Ghost commented on the video that said you had some people bugging you, some trolls or whatever was bugging you and stuff like that. So I just want to make sure everything was okay. And I'm glad you said that you wanted to do this tonight, because I was like, oh shit.
Now, yesterday, when you did your thing, I was doing my karaoke. Shit balls. All right. We'll try this.
Who's that girl? Huh?
Oh, I can't show that one, but it's a meme. It's a funny joke. She is a trans person. She has a penis.
Oh gosh.
So you send it to someone, half the clip, and they go, "Oh, you want to bang that chick? Hell yeah! All right. Hey, check this out," and send it back, and camera pans down. Anyways, that was a whole bunch of people. Yeah. You premiered your video on Friday.
Well, it's probably Saturday. It was probably. Was it Friday? Yeah. It could have been.
Yeah,
Whatever
it's
day.
Saturday now.
Yeah, no, I think it premiered this morning, so it was a little late. But it premiered late, but I did it.
Man,
But-
I do a bunch of videos.
But going through the lives, I wasn't doing because it was taking forever on my end for it to load, for it to upload and everything, and so I just kind of left it alone. And I thought it would have to come back tomorrow and be like, oh, it didn't upload, and so I'd have to do it again. But Ghost.
All right, you won't be able to hear the audio, but this is Friday night.
That's at the VFW.
Yep. That is a bunch of ladies jumping up, screaming and shouting and kicking ass for girls just want to have fun. Now, one of those is my commander,
Really?
the newly elected first female VFW commander in history of this location. Another one is my brother's sister. Another one is a firefighter's wife who is an EMT who works her ass off constantly, never ever has time off. One is a deputy sheriff. So it's some fucking females who never get time off, always got to deal with shit. And you're not going to get a bunch of bitches together to go to a bar. Their men are going to be like, nope, fuck you, nope. But, no. We're going to Doc's Bar. We're going to a veterans club. We're good. And they're like, you know what? I got to work. But my wife, yep, she can go. She can go there. Don't go anywhere else. So yeah, Friday night, got a bunch of ladies. Kicking ass, safe. Got a bunch of drunk assholes, safe. Ghost, 541. His mother, who never goes out, was at my bar Saturday. That's right.
Yep. Did her clothes stay on?
I keep it classy.
Oh.
The
So no.
ladies' clothes only come off outside of the bar. In my apartment. No, actually, I've taken 2 females home from my apartment. Or to my apartment from the bar.
Mhm.
One
One
is a
was your
lady in
sister.
her 60s who slept in my bed and I slept on the couch. Then the last time, Tracy, who is moving to Seattle because her husband got an awesome job. And I love her husband and her.
You cheated on her. You cheated on her husband with.
Yeah, if I banged her, it'd be like cheating on her husband. But
Right.
yeah, she slept in my bed because I had house guests. And I just stayed up all night watching YouTube videos because I don't think her husband would let me sleep next to her. Actually, to be honest, he probably would. I just didn't want to. But yeah. I know I just took away all the goal points, but I took 2 women home from my bar.
Right. Well, Ghost, if you're back, it's late. I don't know how late it is over there in Kentucky, but I'm saying you need to go back to bed.
Ghost isn't in Kentucky.
Where is he? Is he in Kansas?
Yep.
Kansas.
Yeah, actually. But Ghost, his mom, she sleeps here every night on my couch next to her husband, who is Ghost's dad. But still, a Ghost. Your mom sleeps at my house every night.
Yeah. Your dad sleeps in my bed. We don't ask questions. Okay.
Yeah. All right. Hey, you gotta
Yeah.
bounce.
Yes.
Thank you for
But yeah,
jumping in.
it's no problem. Like I said before, just worried about you. Haven't been keeping in touch.
I know.
Touch is better. I should keep in touch more than I do, which is like never. But I just wanted to make sure everything was okay, and I wasn't about to lose you or anything like that.
Now, you said that
You
you
were
saw the stream with Alan B. Didn't you think it was the best stream ever?
Yes. Well, I mean, it wasn't the best stream ever because I wasn't in it.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I wasn't. I
It was the
wasn't
best
in the
stream ever because you weren't in it.
It
Keep
was,
saying.
yeah, because I wasn't in it. Yeah. And Ghost is like, you're drunk.
Other than that, though, if you couldn't be in the stream, the best stream you could ever watch without you being would be Alan B, right?
Mhm.
Say that.
Yeah, it is.
What is?
The best stream that if I wasn't in, that I could watch is the one where Alan B is in.
Yeah. So Alan B clearly needs to do more streams because everyone loves her. She's fucking awesome, isn't she?
Yes, she is.
All right. See, I'm just sending that to her because,
But
in
yeah.
all fairness, everyone does love the shit out of her. But yeah, she gets a little worried, like, oh, I'm just in the way. Bitch. No. I enjoyed the stream. Basically, between you and her, all my emotional needs are met. All right, sorry. That got a little weird because Ghost 541, he's starting to question, like, wait, you're sleeping with my mom or my dad? Which one are you sleeping with? And which one is worse? I ain't banging either one. All right. And no,
Yes.
regardless of what you have heard, I am not holding the camera while they bang. So, whatever OnlyFans, don't subscribe. And
It's fake news.
I'm not there. Yeah, it's CGI. Me and Splatter, we're using deep fake technology.
Yes, deep fake technology. Deep.
I am absolutely destroying a young child's life. Not young child, a young adult. I am absolutely traumatizing you, adult.
It's like, no. But anyway, yeah, no,
Yep.
it's good to come back on here. Hopefully, we can do more and everything once I get my schedule, because I'm not exactly sure what my you have heard my parents go at it.
Actually, no. For that, no. I have never heard your parents go at it. I sleep all day. They are very aware of my sleeping schedule. And I go to work. I'm gone for periods. So, no, I've never heard that. You have. You have. I have not. But
fuck you
that
too.
right there, perfect fucking response. That's how I know I'm not traumatizing you. You little bastard. All right. You're going to say goodbye.
Yeah.
Before that, I just want to say this. Ghost 541 ain't saying his name. This little asshole will pop in and be like, hey, so 1972 USS Maddox, right? Like he's obscure. And it's like, all right, fuck. Let's have some fucking chats. First time I meet him. More conversations. I move in nearby and he goes, hey, can I come in? Yes. And we're playing fucking video games. And he's talking about the historical accuracy of tanks. It's like, holy shit.
And then all you
this
see is
kid's fucking awesome.
and then you see Chris Hansen come out of the corner like, he's second now. He's second.
I was very clear to get permission from the father before he came in. Didn't think I needed to ask the mom because she loves me. We're soulmates.
Well, they're banging on the side, apparently.
In a non-sexual way, banging her would be like banging my sister.
Which is hot, by the way.
No, banging your sister was kind of hot.
Fuck off.
But
She's actually getting
my
married.
sister,
She's getting married at the end of the month, my sister.
I'm just saying, banging your sister was hot, but every time I banged my sister, I felt bad.
Yeah. Especially because she's got one leg and she's got one arm and everything. So it's just like, it's just hard to keep her up. It's just hard to.
Well, the one leg thing didn't bother me. It was the one arm.
Yeah.
Because with one leg, you get that stump, and it just. Yeah, the one arm thing, that was depressing.
The one arm thing, she's kind of off balance. She's like a broken wheelbarrow,
Yeah. Like, all right, you either got to put one finger in her butt. You either got to put one finger in my butt and one finger in my mouth, or else I get confused. Whole thing's weird. Also, I don't have a sister. Also, I didn't know you had a sister.
Yeah.
But now I'm not going to be able to make that joke ever again. Anyways, no, yeah. Why is she seen? Oh no. I got those tubes at the bar. And I made a stupid joke. I have a 60-plus-year-old dishwasher at the bar. And I told her, I said, oh, we got these tutors, sweetie, ma'am. I got tutors specifically so you can give boob shots to people. She's like super. She doesn't drink. She doesn't curse. If you get her really mad, she'll go. Dang you. Diddle you. Wait. And then I explained to her, no, saying diddle you is worse than dang you. Jesus loves you.
Yes.
Right. So
Jesus does love me. At least that's what he tells me, but then he doesn't return my calls. Fucking bastard.
So also, no, it's not bullshit. Now, I got those. I'm like, oh, I got those so you do boob shots. She said, I'll do one if you do. I said, all right, cool. I'll do the next one. And Ghost's mom was like, I'll get one. All right. Fuck yeah. So I did this.
Oh,
And I put it there, and I went, and Ghost's mom fucking took one of those tubes, went and took a shot. And
And
Ghost's
he's-
dad fucking high-fived me and said, I'd be jealous if I knew you weren't gay. And I said, oh, you're in the Navy. You're the gay one.
and then they locked eyes for a long time.
And then we all fucking laughed and fucking awesome.
I'm telling you,
Yeah.
we'll have to go up. I'm telling you, if we ever head up that way, we'll have to. I'll have to let you know when I'm there. We'll have to have a get together. You'll have to stay. Have to do like a barbecue or something. Like have a potluck or something. I'll have to bring the chips.
If you, and this is live, so it's fucking guaranteed, clip it. If you got time, and hell, if you have time, I'll get you here. I'll even provide you a place to crash. You want to come here for 3 days? I will even close the fucking bar and make it a private party.
I'm gonna be sleeping at the bar. Like in the.
No, you'll be sleeping at my place 15 feet away from the bar.
It's like one of the. It's like Shrek, the outhouse he has. It's just the outhouse right next to the bar. In the opening scene in Shrek, where he's reading the book
Yeah.
and everything, and he kicks the door open. That's what it's like. It just kicks the door open. Then he goes to then he goes to the bar. He's just like, somebody once told me. Kicks the door. But no, like I said, if I
Sorry
ever head
about
up
that.
that,
I had to clean something up.
that's no problem. No problem. Did you spill your damn Mountain Dew?
No, you started quoting Shrek, and I ejaculated on the ceiling.
I'm coming.
Damn it! I have a meme. I have a meme to share. Let me see if I can find it. Fuck it. I'll just send it to you on Twitter. It's for everyone thinks dad bods is a thing. Magic Mike made 150 million. And then someone responded with, yeah, but Shrek made 350 million. Something. So the whole point is, they were like, Magic Mike is awesome. Dad bod's not a thing. And then someone's like, yeah, Shrek made more money.
Darius Moon. How do you say that?
Darius Munchausen. We have done a couple streams together. Shitty scheduling. I've not been able to join McSplitter. Slasher McSplitter. You've watched a couple of those streams.
Mm-hmm.
You should join us. You should be on a stream with him. We should do that. He's fucking cool. Darius jumps in on him. There's this one person who always finds a way to argue with me and attack me and try to challenge me, and I always thought it was funny and engaging and thought we should do a buddy cop show. Apparently, it turns out he actually didn't like me.
Oh.
But hopefully he will come around, because
Why didn't he?
That's
Why
awesome.
did he? No,
he didn't like me because I don't know if you've noticed, but one of my teeth, I have a broken tooth.
Right.
Yep. And he has used that to attack me constantly. No, honestly, I'm saying that specifically because I'm wanting Darius to clip that and send it to him. No, I have a great time with Slasher McSplitter. The name is so similar to yours. He has watched some of our streams. He even said that you bring out the best in me, which seems weird. But all right. No, he's watched your shit. He likes you. Next time possible, jump in, and we'll make Darius jump in.
Okay. We can do that.
Yeah. Wow. Our little ramble lasted 40.
45 minutes.
44 minutes. So I waited till the clicker went over. Anyways, dude, you gotta go. You got a new job that you refused to tell me about. Because I know, if the strip club finds out you're associating with me,
I was starting
whole
my.
thing's-
I'm doing day shift at Cheetah's Strip Club, and it's a hard life, but you know you got to do what you got to do to pay tuition to go to college, and got to go get my art degree. Yeah, it was a dream of mine, and I want to make my grandma proud because she was a topless dancer for 56 plus years, and it's one of her dreams. So I gotta go do that.
Well, my beautiful child, I know your grandmother didn't have the biggest rack. Because your mom and sister don't have the biggest rack, but you will make your family proud. You have an amazing rack, and you are honoring your family and your bloodline.
Oh man, I'm sorry.
Jesus Christ. Sometimes I wonder if we should hate each other or love each other. We have to be family.
Probably knowing I don't know. I forgot.
Yeah, you know what? I spread my seed. Might be a chance.
Sow your oats, whatever they say. But yeah, no, I will send. If you have anything you want to send me on Twitter, and I don't know. Yeah, send if stuff you gotta send me on Twitter on DMs and stuff like that. And then we'll figure out when we're gonna do another live stream. I don't know what day. I'd rather do it on the day I'm not working, so I can get stuff set up and prepared.
Hey,
And
you let me
stuff like
know
that.
your schedule, and I'll talk to my boss and see if I can get some time off.
Okay, will do.
My boss is an asshole. He touches me inappropriately.
Well, it's well deserved.
Damn it, he's doing it now.
All right. Well, I actually have to go because it is 2:00 here,
Yes, sir.
and I appreciate y'all having me on, and thank y'all for listening and asking, talking, and asking questions and doing all that stuff. And I will be back.
I love
I
you,
will be
brother.
back. It won't be the last stream. I will be back soon. Don't know where. Don't know
Exactly.
when.
All right. Now, I have the choice. Do I restart and make a new stream, or do I just continue on with this one? We have surpassed the time limit for Odyssey. So, boom. Anybody that wants to join, Darius Munchausen. Gotta say, I fucking love the fucking profile pic. Windsor, Ontario. Nice. All right. Then I am going to, as chosen, I'm going to end the stream and then start a new stream. So everybody that's here, fucking gonna restart the stream. All right. Join me, please. Free invites. And we're almost to 3 hours. So let me make a cool ass closing statement. I lost my shot glass. All right. We had a toast once. I've been in the military and I've served with people, and I already went over the Buffalo Soldiers and Gary Owens and all that stuff, right? So, theater, traveling troops, any group of motherfuckers there's a toast I picked up. Now, we're going to end with this toast and then start a new stream. I have 5 viewers. I hope you guys jump back in. All right. Drug enough time out, almost 3 hours. Here is my toast. Here is to lying, stealing, cheating, and drinking. If you're gonna lie to the police. If you're going to steal the heart of a beautiful woman or gentleman. If you're going to cheat death. And if you're gonna drink, then by God, motherfucker, drink with me tonight and the next time we meet. And remember, ladies and gentlemen, you're never wrong. You're just not right. We will get there, or we won't. But we'll just keep moving forward.